I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/kanister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Consider opt. Good hand. Alright, Mr. Duct Tape. If you give me a list, then I'll take a look, but with no list, I will not take a look. It's that simple. Land number 3, I have Cruise in hand, so graveyard. Oh, Thing in the Ice, that's pretty good against Convoke. Bring back the Mox combo deck from the other day. Yeah, I'm not gonna play Rona in... Like, I'm not gonna play Rona in the tournament. Too wonky, I think. To end the festivities. I think anybody who plays end the festivities against the Convoke decks just shows a great level of misunderstanding the game and inability to, I guess, just read. It's not a good card against them. The Wally Greys, what the heck? Bro. They said that card is bad, yeah, no wonder. Is it Charm? Not the biggest, is it Charm? Found Stroke to be pretty good versus Convoke. Yeah, sounds okay. Stroke sounds perfectly fine. Well, 1 or 2, I guess. The second one is a little bit rough, so I would not be sure if I actually want to put it into my deck.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Ani. Hybrid today. I mean, Phoenix is pretty bad and it's probably pretty good. Actually. Gonna be tougher when they're running. Ooh, nice. When they're running volley post-board. I should lead on opt in this spot, honestly. Don't need that versus them. Jeden, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć. Let's get rid of the giant killer. If we draw a 1-cost spell, we can get the 2 Phoenixes, deal 13 to them. Seems worthwhile. Kinda don't have anything left, but neither do they. They go to, you know, they have to chump block horror, and they also are dead to Phoenixes because they take 30 now. They go to 6. Did you came to a conclusion if BT or no BT version is better, or which one you prefer and why? I like the BT version, just goes faster, better opening hands. That's like what this deck is mostly good at. I think Clarion Spirit is powerful against people with no removal sometimes, but it's not that good. What stinkers do we have against them? Spell Pierce is pretty bad. It's like 32 creatures. If they board into Wedding Announcement or go back, and then it's much better, so you can keep it. Removal is pretty bad. Maybe I just got Fire Impulses. Charter Course is pretty slow. Probably keep Fire Impulse for being able to interact. 1 mana cards, and we probably can't rely on Thing in the Ice doing the thing. We probably don't need the Trespass combo at all, so we're just gonna do this. Let's keep the Spell Pierce. Let's keep like max interaction, turn 1 on the draw. The deck will have like a few rending volleys for my things. That's about it, probably. Pass. Alright. Spell Pierce, nice. We're kind of safe from everything, and they just went turn 1 pass, which is interesting. BTE, that resolves. Makes sense. So I guess double BTE Bushwalker would be an issue, maybe. We get to pierce this, untap, and then later impulse the emissary. Also, Breezy Day, thank you for the sub. I don't know if I said that. Probably said that 3 times by now, but I keep forgetting, so. 5 less looting did nothing wrong. Sure. Also, Uro. Uro did nothing wrong too. I thought you hated Uro, Durset. Broke it. What about Hogag? Yeah, same thing. I don't really want to impulse. Like, I could impulse this so they can go land convoke creature. Actually, let's do this. Can't go demolition either. Would be good to counter demolition if they just went for it, but they just pass a turn. Like, that's probably means that their hand might include some of the convokers, and I get a free turn to cruise nicely, or even play Thing in the Ice. Maybe their hand is rending volleys, but it's pretty free to play now. Right now. Tofu card is nice card. So Buka too. Don't Buka erase. Okay, so they might have like 2 convokers in hand or convokers and lands. Oh, sorry. So I can cast a slow cruise now. I think no rush. For 3 mana. And play your Loxodon, I guess. Demolition is also a card that they could have. Since Demolition lands convokers. Okay, Kanister wins the match. That was easy. This is a handout keep on the play, maybe. Not on the draw. Oops. Well, that can happen. That can always happen. So the Morka is a problem, I think. Out of that deck. If you have like the counter magic, then I think the Morka makes it much rougher. What is Saheeli for? It does not work with Thing in the Ice, right? Is it there just for making 1/1s? Yeah. For the grindy match. It's a threat for the grindy matchups. Does not need to work with Thing in the Ice. You would board out Thing in the Ice in the matchups. Or you'd bring her. I can win this game. He'd be the convoke gamer rather easily too. Best tool song? This one. It's my favorite. I mean, I just said that. I actually don't even think that. So I don't think that either. Worst Tool song? I really like the new Tool album from a few years ago. I also don't have any idea on how the Tool songs are titled. Do you think Menguchi likes the newest Tool album? I think I have Pieces again. I think Menguchi doesn't listen to music at all. I think he listens to Italian classics, I would say. But sparingly. That would be my guess. But I think the likelihood that he knows Tool is pretty low. I have a brush that I used to brush Buka, but whenever I do that, she starts attacking it and biting it. I don't know. I can't tell if she likes being brushed or not. But I guess she doesn't right now because she literally pierced my skin with her claws, so probably not. In a playful manner, it seems like, but you never know with cats. She's also whipping her tail, which I think for cats mostly means being aggravated and disliking things, so. Have you ever tried those goofy gloves you can put on to brush them? My cat loves them. I am not aware of that item, so. Let's keep Thing in the Ice to fight Morka. You can have like 2 axes to kill Grazers, discard Phoenixes. I have not tried a cheese slice trick. I did try to put a cucumber behind my cats to freak them out and they just ignored it. Saheeli doesn't seem particularly fast. Izzet Viceroy doesn't do anything this week. Getting a Spikefield is okay. Sure. It's a 1-mana spell. I cut all the removals, so it's gonna be harder to return Phoenix. I don't like it. I'll have 2 cruises. I want to flip Thing in the Ice to attack them. I want to return Phoenix. I want to preserve my graveyard for Temporal Trespass. Drawing 3 doesn't make not a big deal against them. Is Rabblemaster for the creativity matchup only? Bro, I'm literally boarding it against a non-creativity deck. It's for the grindy matchups. Blue-White. Lotus. Well, not the red matchups. Not the Bone Crusher matchups, though. I don't know if I can keep this hand. No threat. Let's move. This seems better. We get to play... Well, doesn't seem great, but... We get to a thing on 2, I guess. God bless Spikefield Cave. What was always kind of crazy to me about Phoenix is how often you play top lands in your deck. How often you play Spirebluff on after 4 or the Hall, and it's just kind of so many tapped lands all the time. Feels like land. Oj, kurwa, dobra, nie wiem, no. Creeping up Negate seems poor, so let's consider. They found stage, so they're gonna be like copying already. Probably gonna counter. So let me flip Thing in the Ice if I draw a land, which is good for clocking. Alright, so opt first if I had land puzzles. Find counter magic. Cast dispute. Very nice, very nice. My kurwa, pizgamy za 7. In the meantime, we get our 2/2 prizes for the prelim. Truly inspiring. Mick. Just look at the humongous crab arm that Awoken Horror has. Just so impressive. So big. Fading Hope time, sure bro. Is the RCQ Thing in the Ice on the model yet? No. I don't think it's gonna be. Awkward if they find Otawara and just pay 4 to Otawara my Aurora. That's kinda horrifying. Right, you can guess this end of turn. No land. Alright, let's pretend that we got lucky and hit the gust. Why you concede now? What? That's the creature, I know. I was going to. Oh, gas revealed to pieces, they knew. That's why it's yeah, they sniped my Aether Gust from my pieces. Makes sense. Augusta się nie dyskutuje. This is deck cracked. No, it's not cracked. It's fine. Hey, now you're Polish. Get your pierogis on. Go, kurwa. So funny. Hey, mull to 6. We have no threat, so probably mull again on the draw. Jordana. I don't know. No, let's go to 5. Alright, we have a plan. Put back this and this. I think. Imagine Rabblemaster and then you copy Time Warp. The Time Walk. You just make so many goblins, right? You attack for so much damages. Ooh, value discard. Needs a... I should have waited, probably. It's interesting. Howdy everyone, I just watched a few games of that Rakdos midrange versus Cowblade. It's wild how crazy Rakdos is. Yeah. I have not watched that. We have 2 Rabblmasters. Point is virtually already dead. I mean, I think we would need a 1 counter spell. Well, we'll see if they have all that stuff. Wouldn't Saheeli make a thing in the ice with no counters on it transforming into a 7/8? I'm not sure if it transforms nowadays or not. Wow. Can I get that axe back? Wow. Spend 3 mana. Mill cards. Shock question mark. Very good question. But I think the odds of having the odds that I'll have Saheeli and Fantasy Ice in my deck at the same time are very slim. I probably would just want. Alright, Lotus Field Island, sure bro. I should have floated. Whoops, actually might be a difference. It's kind of free because they can encode and then I can attack, untap the guy. And the Lotus Field, and it's the same. Wait, it's not, they lose 1 floating mana. Seems pretty odd to just cast the strings though on my lands and then copy Lotus Field. That's so odd. You have worked for 14 hours today. That's so many. How was it? Now they untap 2 fields, not even the Vizier itself. You win on the turn. A spore. Well, we probably die. No, the impulse is pretty weak. Another pory. Jezu, jak ten lotusiarz się kręci w portrain, to jest... Zresztą nie ma ucieczki. Game was actually somewhat close-ish. Not really. No, well, the UI gets me. I keep like trying to click the cards I want to give to them. Whatever, doesn't matter. Same thing, really. Because this song is unlistenable. Checking Beatles and their like, I don't know, like it's not even a song. Yeah, please, everyone leave the chat for 10 minutes. Time me out. My hand is kind of bad. I guess we've considered it was probably a fine keep. Without it, it's... Oh. Field of Ruin. They're gonna replay it every turn. Strong move to 5 for up. The fact that they just found it on the top of their deck was also incredibly base. Whenever deep root something deals damage to a player or a battle. What's a battle, chat? Anyone knows? If you are like a constructed only player, I guess people play go back on a little bit. I want opt or axe. Let's take axe. By axe I mean opt. I'll just kill a sorcery speed out of contempt to this creature. Oh no. The Ragavan of Pioneer. Okay. What now? Phoenix is insanity. Why? The only thing worse than VTuber watches is VTuber donators. Yeah, I hate them too. I think this card is Phoenix, makes sense. Push comes to shove, we can take an extra turn, it's not too bad. So nice. Bros, this Tool Song bangs. Oh no, my headphones unplugged. Parabola. Okay, so I like Parabola. Confirmed. Kanister wins. So you won against green black. Deathlight Shaman, Deeproot Wayfinder midrange. Is it a Baral and Saheeli matchup? I don't know what's in their deck, but probably a bad thing in the ace matchup, and you can like do this. This against Hate, Spell Pierce, I don't know. Brotherhood Sand, hard to say. You can Spell Pierce Liliana. You play Rabble versus what? Take a guess, Johnster. Where do I play Rabblemaster? Who do I play Rabblemaster against? I kinda want charge to discard. I just got Spell Piece for Bro ends. I don't know. Pretty hard to say because we don't exactly know. Still not 100% convinced why P doesn't do the Rabble job better. Honestly, it might. Rabblemaster costing an entire free mana against Lotus seemed like a pretty big deal in the game we played against Lotus. Pretty terrifying on the draw to have your pressure be free mana. It took Saheeli, Sublime, Artificer. Makes sense. My hand sucks. My hand is fine. Could let this hit me, just surveil one. At the same time, I can also spend my mana. I have a second Axe Phoenix. The scary thing would be what? Like, go blank, Trespasser, Glissa Sunslayer, I guess. Oh, of course, opponent's Glissa Sunslayer. Alright, it can hit me once, it's fine. Interesting. Brotherhood's End might be cool against Glissa Sunslayer. But I think I'll take Consider Pieces. Not super sure, but makes sense to me. With two Phoenixes returning. Oh no! My Ral. Or my Axe. Or my Pieces. Could see any of them. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, I guess we're getting attacked by Glissa. Melee Phoenix, so you have two Phoenixes. How do you like this alternate artwork type treatment for the Phyrexians? From Phyrexia will be one chat. It's like Aquarelle action movie, I think. I think it looks terrible as a card. It's just like a shape from like when you look at a table, you just have this on a table. It's just like a shape you cannot discern. It just makes zero sense to be a card. So I kinda hate it as a card. Even if you could say that looks like pretty just by itself. This match seemed easy. My opponent did some weak things, and then I killed their creatures and won. Cast Treasure Cruise. Nice vibe. I'll be back in 2 minutes for the next. Besides that, when I was playing Phoenix a lot, I actually eventually arrived
control player.
At the realization that I don't even like Shredder against. I don't even like Shredder against the fail push decks, and I bought it out here, so it's not that big of a deal if you just board out those anyways. You can have thing in the ice, like Shredder is also a weak versus push. A bit less so, but Because thing is all or nothing. Wow, great plan. Just gonna fucking play my I mean, I guess what you're gonna do. But just like the concept of spirits being a deck. Yeah, I'll play a creature and I'll put an aura on it. I remove creature. Literally deal 1 damage to your creature. Oh shit. I guess you win. But I also have 10 removals that do that, so I don't know. What did you expect, bro? I mean, I guess, I don't know. Spirebluff Canal, they might think creativity, which has 6, not 10. I mean, but still. It's just funny. Don't need this. Yeah, this matchup is a really good matchup. When I had my winning in for a qualification for Philadelphia, I got paired against Spirits, Blue Spirits with Phoenix. It was so nice to see the pairing. Then I almost lost a game, but well, it's kind of close at one point. Maybe red pathway is better here, probably yes. What decks does Mono Blue Spirits beat? Keruga. It beats a good amount of decks. It's not the removal decks. Like the mono green, the Lotus players are just all terrified of Mono Blue Spirits. Every time you just need to resolve anything specific, it's just kind of rough. But when your deck is Fire Impulses, then it's not rough. I don't know if it loses to Angels. You can probably counter enough stuff to not lose. I don't know if I want to do anything awkward. The pathway was a bit bad. I probably should play Phoenix for 4 mana. Maybe not. That's a good one to play. Well, I don't have mana to activate Hall. I need 2 more mana. Now they're gonna have 4 mana. We're gonna need to act. Combat Research. Yeah. I think we can axe to put the things in the graveyard for ease of use. We're gonna rattle chains. All impulse. Ease of use value. Holy shit. Yeah, well. What's wrong with that? Like Bandicoot, we're about to crash. Chat, he referenced Crash Bandicoot. This is insane. I just paid for 5 mana. Well, I mean, I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's paid for 5 mana. Just the axe will not have a target. And if I axe my own creature to get a Phoenix, I don't care enough. I don't think I can lose either way. See? Rewarded. It would be more fun if you did not explain the reference. Yeah. It would be more funny if chat did not critique the streamer. No, I don't think it would be more funny. That sounds less funny. TBH. Especially if it's occasional games of reasonable criticism mixed with chat saying chat things. I think we're gonna win with 2 thing in the ices now. Is the mono green Phoenix matchup really Phoenix favored? Yeah. I prefer Galvanic Iteration or Abrade? Abrade is kinda lame. Brotherhood Zen I think is just straight up bad against their deck. Spell Pierce is not great, but okay. Probably prefer 2 Abrades. So Charta Course is kinda slow. I think it's pretty rare for spirits to play hairs, but sometimes they do. For the most part, they assume that they're not gonna play against Phoenix. Yeah, sure. Why pro and bad? Because they have flash on all of their creatures. They have most of them wanderers. Just doesn't line up. So it's rare that you're gonna like kill 2 or 3 creatures with it, which is what you would like. Oh, controlish. I see. I'll just wait, I have lands. I could play pieces, but it actually gets countered, and they have like, what, 20 lands in their deck? It's not like they can just hit them endlessly. And they could just play pieces with Pierce. Could Abrade, then like, what, if they Shackle guys? It's a bit sad, but the Shackle guys is out of their hand. And I don't discard 2 pieces, do hand size from pieces. And I get to resolve my pieces with no trouble. So I think it's okay to cast Abrade here, get it Rattle Chains if needed. Yeah. Let's see how many Curious Obsessions will they put on the Rattle Chains now. 1. Only 1? I would have expected many more. What's the best counter spell in Pioneer? Make disappear? Probably like Negate or something uninspiring like that. I think an upkeep impulse this. Oh, the Rattle Chains, okay. And then we cast Cruise with Spell Pierce, and then we draw 2 Phoenixes with Cruise, and we Axe, and we get the board advantage that we needed. Tybalt's Trickery is simply the best, honestly. Not untrue. Cruisin'. Dzwoni Kuzyn. Sometimes I forget that card is banned in Modern. Cruise is pretty good. Not a big surprise, I think. Snared. Can we just agree to kill the Rattle Chains now? Awesome. Why don't you just blow me? Oh, they have 7 mana now. Okay. Well, sure. Should have just casted Sorcery Speed on this. Right, I can do it now. Catch! Actually, it's a different card that has this flavor text. This one says, the hide of the gargoyle is hard to get to, but it's very juicy and tasty. Asmoranda Mardicada. The Underworld Cookbook. I'll just untap and cast a 6 mana one. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just cast Pieces Cruise and then cast a 1 mana one. That seems better. That seems better. Option 1 or 2. Yeah, Johnstar. Yeah, I just thought about it because that was like conserves resources, but it actually doesn't really. Loved Phoenix, super deck. It's pretty cool, yeah. Nice to play. Psionic Blast, what about it? Alright, we lost to Lotus. I didn't like Rabblemaster in that last game for being free mana. Not that Young Pyro would have gotten there really. I think I'll Mulligan. Should Mulligan in general against Zirda. It's a combo deck too. Oh Jesus, no. What a hand. 7. Zirda can be either Rona combo or I guess blue-white control, so it's not clear. It's rare for it to be blue-white control. They can't play a few cards. Temporary lockdown, notably. I don't know if I bottom Galvanic Iteration. Maybe I bottom Axe, rather. I mean, hand is... I'll keep. If I draw a line, it's fine. I'm gonna draw. Perfect, they can't trip for us to find a second land. Oh, Kinnan version. Does it mean they have Kinnan? If they play elves? I have to say I don't quite understand elves in Rona, because Rona is a 2-drop, so what are you ramping into? What's the deal? Wow, second Stormcarved Coast hunted me down. Next draw step, Hall of the Storm Giants, and afterwards, Spirebluff Canal for the Super Phoenix experience. Discard elf, yeah, makes sense. Sometimes you go turn 1 elf, turn 2 Tyvar, win the game. That's really rare. They have Karn and Ren and Realmbreaker. The Ren and Realmbreaker, like, I guess you can play that after an elf on turn 2, but it just sounds kinda insane to me too. Dawaj tego Helixa, cwaniaku. I think Karn is pretty sus in this deck. I don't know if you make enough mana to really use it. It's a really expensive card. Big for time. Nice turn 3, bro. Nice turn. If I flip and opt, when I remove a Spikefield Phoenix in my graveyard, and killing this and this would be kinda nice. Before Karn gets played, so let's go consider. Wow. Right, it's not too bad. That was a nice turn 3 too. Could have been better, but I mean, not gonna complain too hard. I mean, if they found Helix, they still win here, which is insane. It's kind of insane that the Rona deck just does that. Yeah. Well, yeah, ramp to DTT makes sense. It is an 8 mana card, after all. Ask for Winco and Scoop, WTF. I was just looking at the other screen, but I mean, you don't need to ask for the Winco, it's Karn. Clear. Just like to look at people clicking sometimes. But yeah, they're gonna be winning. Let's go to game 2. We can... I don't know, the Rona dex is kinda unstoppable. Do we Rabblemaster? It doesn't really seem all that good, but it does go fast. Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End can kill both like a Tivar. Not really. Well, Stivar is a win con. Yeah, well, it's not the win con in the end. It's not like what deals the damage, but it's a means of getting there always. A Piffing Needle might be a valuable Meister's sideboard card. No. Can they win outside of card and not stroke is okay? No, it's not okay. They just like play that they get to draw their deck. Bros, it doesn't matter to stroke their win cons. You need to interact with Rona. Like stroking their win con doesn't do anything. Or like it's so rare that it will. Spell Pierce looks kinda bad against the Llanowar Elf deck with Mox Amber. They just have so much mana laying around. And the main cards are creatures. You can Pierce Tivar, but I think Tivar is gonna be played in situations where I would like to negate him. It's pretty hard. The sideboard switches seem fairly ineffective that I can make. Grab Rabblemaster to attack them. They don't have much removal, or even zero. Dispute can be a bit better than Spell Pierce at countering the blue spells, but he's mid. Thing in the eye seems okay. Is Abrade worth it for Mox? Honestly, it's kinda like it's not too bad to Abrade Mox sometimes. I will put the Abrades. I'm thinking of Rabblemans. But like Rona being a 1-3 too. It's so good versus the goblins. Negate. Against Tyvar later. Let's have one negate. But it's pretty hard for me to wrap my hand. Abrade can kill Rona too, I know. Keep. So if they elf, do I ever axe the elf? I don't think so. Alright. That was kind of a cringe play. Bay of Wishes, what the heck, bro? What are you doing? Cool. Cool beans. 40's away, my hand is fairly resistant to that. I thought my 2-year-old niece to sigh cool beans. Nice. Why'd you do that though? 1 for flying blocker pigeons and shambles. No, thankfully it's a 1 for attacker. Let's dig for a chicken. I don't know. Let's do this. No. Good. No, red patchway I don't need. I have 3 red sources, it's so many. When would I need 4 red sources? Yeah, the Tyvar into Jace. It's always so insane. Or into Rona. Should I just let the Jace live? Probably. Chyba tylko coś się dało, ale co się dało? Co ty chciałeś zrobić dokładnie? Keep up a mana? Tyvar has a large fist. This is not actually how Tyvar looks. It's a what if Phyrexianized version of Tyvar, which never really existed. Więc kurwa zabiję to Tywara. Nienawidzę tego chłopa. Tylko dopierdolę. Second Phoenix to pressure. You could actually leave Tyvar and play. Oh, no other Phoenix. So Tyvar Phyrexian is literally the same power level. It's just a skin. Reskin. I don't know if it changes character's power level to be Phyrexianized. The card seemed like pretty weak, right? The completed Planeswalker card seemed pretty weak, so don't need that. Wow. Moto bug. I'll just spend my mana, it seems fine. Keep up red mana not to lose to a combination. Attack, they go to 9, then I untap, I attack, they go to 6, and I trespass, kill them with Hall of the Storm Giants. Or the second Phoenix. Yeah, works out. Kanister wins. Alright, so 1 negate seemed fine. 2 on the draw. Probably easy to get stuck with. Maybe I prefer it to a chart or something. Thing in the ice seems okay. They played no elves possible, they probably cut them. They cut the elves, well, that makes sense to cut the elves from their perspective. Likely what I would do too for Thoughtseize and shit like that, so then Spell Pierce is better. Still not great against Thoughtseize. Let's have one Spell Pierce, one Thoughtseize, I guess. One Negate, one Spell Pierce. Over a chart. Maybe you could cut the pieces instead, but pieces is just much higher impact than chart. Yeah, there is no shredder, it's just Thing in the Ice. Honestly, not sure if like Thing in the Ice is actually much better. Did they have Zirda for game 2? Guess I keep this. Oh no, they have the Elves. Elves Presley. I need to play the cave though, I think. Maybe I could play Consider for... Well, I prefer not to. I prefer to play the cave. Chłop jak kurwa Tywara minusuje na ślepo, tronę trafia, no wiadomo, to ja pierdolę. Dawaj, Mox Retraction Helix, no, dopierdol mi. No wiadomo, nie? Bro, if they win on turn 2, I'll be seething and coping. So I don't actually want to kill Lerona before they target her. I would rather untap on my turn 3 and go Axron, consider Opt, Phoenix down the Tavar. So you can loot, I guess, however many times you'd like to. They play Jace Vryn's Prodigy, that is horrible for me though. Jesus. It's kind of an obscene opening. Carnold can get Crypt and that just cuts off my Phoenix. And then just they have Carnold. Not much to be done. Probably will consider end of turn for Lucksack value. I wish you had your stroke now. Spell Pierce or Negate would do either, yeah. Instead I just play the Spikefield Cave. Like it is kinda lame how poor the Phoenix mana base can be at times. They got a Stone Brain at least, so. Stone Brain, what the heck? Maybe Elf is the way. You can technically loot them away, I guess. Should I consider it right now? I think I should not. Because if they -2 Tyvar, they have no Tyvar anymore. I think we untap, we kill Carnold. I assume Carnold is a bigger problem. Yeah, that's the point. That's why I'm thinking about waiting at all. Let's consider. Mail over a second Phoenix, please. No. No can do. But let's draw a Phoenix now, why not? This doesn't do anything for me. I don't think so. So yeah, I assume Carnold is more problematic to leave in play than Tyvar, because if Tyvar -2, it kills itself, it does not make Derona capable of using the ability immediately. Was Phoenix worth letting them loot 3 cards? For sure. I mean, I need a Phoenix to attack their Planeswalkers. I killed one of them. I'll kill the second one the next turn. I mean, I probably will use it to get Rona, but... I'm also not sure why they got a Stonebrain, what they're gonna name. It seems like a useless card here. I would assume they play Tormod Script in their deck, so that would be... Tormod Script would actually just beat me straight up. So thank God for extraction effects existing, because they keep gifting, I guess. Stonebrain Fiery Impulse, yeah. Do I draw for the cast to get from my hand? I do, right? Yes, I do. If they name Cruz, that's fine. This is such a weird combination of cards. Llanowar Elves, Tyvar, Dig Through Time, and Karn, the Great Creator, right? If you just like look at those 4 cards and you say, yeah, that's a deck. Would you believe that person if you had no prior knowledge of the Rona deck? I would not believe them. I would say no, it's 2 decks shuffled together. No weź, co i masz to combo, ja pierdzielę. Jaki dziadas. Elf is probably Pepega though. It does seem pretty Pepega, but like the Rona deck Typer thing just every time. With Fey of Wishes, this is lethal question mark. It's just lethal, you don't need Fey of Wishes. You can make mana, bounce Tyvar, replay Tyvar. It's like lethal by itself with Tyvar in play. Which I guess like Tyvar does that by through getting you Fey of Wishes, and you bounce Fey of Wishes to your hand, then you untap your Rona, then you wish for whatever win con. Which is gonna be Reservoir or Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Just why God did they get Stonebrain on the previous turn? I don't know. Pretty impressive though. I guess we like won. We took a game from them. So we lost to combo and to combo. And my sideboard was actually full of counter spells, but not a single card that's actually good against the Rona combo. What is good against the Rona combo though? It's just kinda not clear to me. Just the needle, right? Red black mid, but are you guessing that or are you saying that?